We have a short one here from a young guy. He says, I don't get what women want. I need some help. So I think a lot of men go throughout life not knowing what women want, but I think they are quite easy to understand once you kind of learn what you need to know about women. So he says, I am 22. My first relationship was with my childhood friend. We were together for about 4 years, and we all know most of them don't go well. She cheated. I don't want to go more into it. Yeah, that sucks, especially if you were committed to that woman, especially it being your first girlfriend at such a young age, and for her to cheat. Hey, good riddance, I say. You should be thankful that it happened when you were young, so you have the rest of your life to find the woman of your dreams. So don't let it affect you. I'm sure she'll come running back in a few years' time once you realise the grass isn't always greener. He says, my second one was with a Ukrainian girl. Okay. Yeah, that didn't go well either. I thought we had something, but apparently I was just another guy she was dating out of 10. More like using me in the bed. So, from what I've heard online, I've never dated a Ukrainian girl. Yes, they are very beautiful, but a lot of them say that they're very traditional and, they're probably good wife material. Maybe they are. But at the same time, I see them dating around a lot, which is completely fine, especially when you're young. But yeah, this guy's young. He's going to be dating girls around his age range. Bro, they're going to be dating other men. It doesn't make them bad girls, doesn't make them possibly relationship material or not. But you shouldn't be surprised when a beautiful Ukrainian girl has multiple men that she's messaging, especially on these apps. But he puts in brackets, yeah, that she was using him to get laid. Hey, use that as a positive. Just, use her for fun, and then on the side, find a woman who you want to be in a long term relationship with. He says, I joined a gym and I started talking to a woman there. Okay, this guy has a bit of game. So obviously he's like decent looking. He's at his gym and he's, approached a woman in person, which a lot of guys don't have the confidence to do. So good on this guy. I'd probably avoid approaching it at the gym or a work colleague because you have to see him a lot. But hey, if she's really attractive and you've got a lot of balls, then hey, you do it. But if it does end in absolute disaster, don't be too surprised. He says, after 2 months, I thought I liked her, asked her out, and it turned out she was just thought of me as a good friend and that she hadn't been dating for 4 years. I think when women say they haven't been dating, it means they haven't been in a relationship. I can assure you, bro, in that 4 year period, she's been on dates with guys. She's possibly set with those guys. So just be careful of the word in there. I'm sure she has been speaking to men and getting physical with those men. But also, she might just be saying that again to friend zone you, to be like, hey, look, I'm not looking for anything. I'm just like looking for friendship with guys, just to let you down calmly because she doesn't want to upset you or make you angry. So maybe she's just being nice. He says, I was fine with it. If she didn't want to date anyone, there's nothing I can do. Even today, she is still not dating anyone. How do you know that? Are you like looking at her phone? Are you following her outside of the gym? Like, if she's an attractive young woman, she's dating people. And just because she says something doesn't mean you have to believe it. He says, yeah, there's literally nothing I can do. She's not dating anyone. Bro, if you were like Zac Efron or Justin Bieber, she'd be dating you. So I hate when I see that. Like, sometimes you see these women say, oh, I don't kiss on the first date. That's just not me. And I'm thinking, yeah, she's making these rules for these average, normal guys. She's not making those rules for those really attractive men. But at least it made this guy feel a bit better about himself. I just don't think she's that into you, bro. He says, now I go on Tinder. All my friends recommend Tinder. Yeah, it's probably the best way to meet people other than meeting in person, but I think a lot of people are a bit too shy to meet in person these days. But yeah, the dating apps are fine, just don't commit too much time to it. What I used to do when I was single is in the morning I'd log on, spend 30 minutes while drinking my morning coffee and swipe away and reply to some messages, and then not go back on it for another 24 hours. That's what I used to do. And yeah, it was quite successful. Would prefer Hinge though over Tinder. I think Tinder's a bit, yeah, Tinder's not the best. He says I matched with 6 girls in the first 2 weeks. I think that's decent numbers. However, if it's your brand new account, I'd expect a bit more numbers because they kind of push your profile if you're a brand new user. But yeah, most average guys might get one match a week. So him getting 6 girls within the first 2 weeks, I guess that's decent. If you take that, 4 out of those 6 might be bots. But there was just one girl that I really liked. So already this guy's he's took one girl out of 6. He's like, oh my god, this girl's amazing. So it's already given me the impression he might be quite needy and maybe doesn't have a lot of success with women. So he's just making this one girl seem so special because she's pretty and said hi to him. But let's see what he says. We texted almost every day. Already I can see where this guy's gone wrong. Why are you messaging her every day? Let's carry on before I grill this guy. He says she wasn't able to respond for a day, and when she did, she apologised on like every message after that for responding late. Well, she was probably apologising because she knows that you're going to be worked up that you didn't reply to her. That's probably why. But yeah, you shouldn't be messaging a girl you've never met on an app every single day because she'll just know you're so needy. And you got to remember, this girl's probably got 100 plus matches. She's probably messaging at least a dozen guys, and you're the one blowing up her phone as well as the other 20 guys she's talking to. If you like her and you match, send her a couple messages back and forth, and then set a date to meet in person and see if there's a spark there. You want to get her off those apps as soon as possible because she's going to remember the guy that asked her out very soon on and actually went on a physical date than the other guys who just constantly message her back and forth asking, oh, how was your day? And what have you been up to today? What did you eat for dinner? Like, she's going to get so bored and turned off by that. He says, after a week and a half, I asked if I could have her number and maybe go out on a date. Don't say maybe. Be be firm with her. Say, let's go out on a date. What dates are you available? Or give her dates that you're available. Don't say maybe. Like, it just doesn't exude confidence on your part. And that's a week and a half. A week and a half, from his words, texting her every day. Like, she already knows so much about you, and when you do go on that date, you've already like messaged her so much, and you already know so much about each other. It's just not a good way to go. Try and keep it short and precise, and get her on a date as soon as possible. Because again, it's like my rule earlier. She'd go on a date with Zac Efron after maybe 2 messages. So if you're the right guy for her, she'd go on a date with you as soon as possible. And those are the people you want to be on a date with. These are the people you want to be interacting with. These women who have really great desire for you. And you can only find out if a girl has really great desire for you is, in the early stages, if she wants to go on a date soon after you two started messaging each other. Let's get through this post then. So he says, I even stopped texting the other girls and I got unmatched by almost all of them, except for her. So already he's kind of like viewing her as like his girlfriend. They haven't met. He's stopped messaging all the other girls because, he's such a white knight and he's such a good guy. Bro, you haven't even had the relationship talk. You haven't even met her, and already you're getting rid of all of these other potential matches who could be good dates for you. This guy's a bit deluded. She must have a very pretty AI profile picture. Let's just say that. Her name might be like Punjab or something. It might not even be like a real girl. He says, now this is the part I don't get. She said, to be honest, I decided to stop dating for a while. So if you want to be just friends, we can keep in contact. But I can also completely understand if you don't want to. Just reading that, I just get the feeling like, again, kind of made the Punjab joke there, but I'm thinking this might be a catfish. She's someone, or he is someone, who just wants to just keep messaging on the apps. Don't want to meet in person, because when you do meet in person, the dude has a beard and is from a different country. Or she is a girl and she's just not interested in you, bro. You have been friend zoned, and from your point of view, you thought you were in a relationship and you got rid of all these other girls you matched with. Um, you don't want to be just friends, and you don't want to lie to yourself and be like, yeah, I'm happy just to be friends with her, because you know deep down you want to get lays. You're attracted to her. She's a girl, you're a guy. You're not supposed to be just friends. You want to, get to the bedroom with her. So hopefully this guy has some balls, has some respect for himself, and says, hey, I don't want to be just friends. I'm only interested in a relationship or dating, because that's what you're on Tinder for. You're not on Tinder to meet friends, are you? Final paragraph. He says, look, I'm fine with being friend zoned. I don't care about that. Yeah, sure, bro. I don't believe that, bro. What I don't get is why she matched with me, why she has long term on Tinder, why did she text me this much, and why she wastes so much of my time making me believe we can be something. Well, I'm sure she never made you believe you can be something. You were just messaging. Some women just like the attention. Some women like to see the numbers go up on their account of the amount of guys who are lusting over her. And yeah, you don't really know exactly the reasons why she's on the app, but I think a lot of matches on these apps, they don't even meet up. I'd say, I don't know the statistics on this, but I'm going to say 85% of matches don't actually end up on a date. Maybe even 90 plus. So don't really look too much into it, bro. She's probably looking for long-term relationship, which is what was one of her statuses on Tinder, but she doesn't want a long-term relationship with you. That's the key part here. She wants a long-term relationship with a guy who blows her socks off and asks to go on a date within the first 2 to 3 messages. You've been chatting to her for a week and a half and haven't had the balls to ask her out on a date. She's bored of you, bro, and she's resentful that you're taking up so much of her time. The gym girl, I don't mind, because that wasn't really why we started talking, so I get that. Again, this guy's deluded. You approach that girl in the gym because you are attracted to her and you want to go on a date with her. You don't want to just talk about your workout routine and how many reps you've done today. Stop lying to yourself. But this one on Tinder, I don't. And also, what does she mean a while? We matched like a week and a half ago, so why match at all if it's been a while? Yeah, this guy's like believing so much of what she's saying. Like, once you've been dating enough time, you've interacted with enough women, you can't quite trust what they're saying. It doesn't make women bad, or you just can't trust women. But you start to notice some things where you're like, okay, I'm going to trust your actions over your words. And this is what this guy needs to start doing. Bro, she is on these apps today, but she just doesn't want to date you. And that's completely fine. Move on with your life and find a woman who's crazy about you. Final line. I just don't understand it. And should I accept her as a friend, or is she just trying to get away from her in a nice way? Don't accept her as a friend, because you don't want to be her friend, and that will just be lying to yourself and lying to her. So no, say, hey, appreciate it, but I'm not looking for friendship. If you ever want to be more than friends, drop me a message. If not, I wish you all the best. That's literally the exact message you should send her. Anyway, that's all, guys. Cheers. See ya.
Control point lost. Fall back. minutes have it